More than 8 years ago, I started promoting what's now called Xero Shoes. They were making Huarache style kit sandals. Steve was doing this out of his apartment in Colorado. Initially, the company was called Invisible Shoes. Approximately 8 years ago, I bought this first pair of kit sandals from Xero Shoes. Right away on my first run, the Xero Huarache sandal started teaching me an important lesson on how to run efficiently. Within the first week, I ran a 5K in these, but during the very first run, due to how thin and flexible the outsole is, I learned that if I didn't properly pick up my feet, that little bit of rubber would roll underneath and sort of slow me down and just remind me to pick up those feet. One of the absolutely most important lessons for becoming a long-term runner. Between the expertise at Xero Shoes relative to minimalist and barefoot running and what I was actually learning from the sandals themselves, I quickly moved into ultra running, distances beyond a marathon. You can even still buy the kit sandals from Xero's website, and they come with this little metal hole punch to help you locate a custom position for the toe post. These old kit sandals involved tying a knot for underneath the outsole, flattening it with a hammer, and using products like shoe goo to make the knot last longer. But boy, have things changed. Over the last 8 to 9 years, the very humble Huarache kit sandal has evolved into many products, including this waterproof Xero Excursion minimalist hiking boot. Believe it or not, these are built off that Huarache outsole base. And while most people look at this and see a hiking boot, I see it as a near perfect winter 50K trail race shoe. One of the things I love about Xero's latest thin Huarache style sandal is that when I put them on, it's sort of like driving in a convertible with the top down. Love, love, love the feel of the sun and wind, grass, leaves, whatever on the tops of my feet, and the way the outsole floats underfoot. You also feel the cool sensation on the bottoms of your feet. All Xero shoes have wide toe box areas, zero drop from heel to toe in the outsole. The outsoles are flat. There is no arch support, no unnecessary arch support built into them. For the women, here are just a few of the examples of custom shoes for you. My wife likes the Vienna boot, the Jessie sandal, and the Lena casual shoe. Xero products come with a 5,000 mile outsole warranty. You heard that right, 5,000 miles. So not only are they very much, in my opinion, value priced, they are long wear, long lasting products. And when I gave up overbuilt, overpriced shoes that wear out too fast, I also got rid of my pale feet. When you run and walk and live mostly barefoot or in Huarache style sandals, your feet will have a nice healthy glow. The very most lightweight Huarache sandal outside of the kit products would be the Xero Cloud. These also make great shoes for driving. They slip on and off. I prefer to drive in states where it's legal barefoot. Protected yet connected. I know it sounds like a condom commercial, but it's a great description for Xero's most lightweight products. Kind of like thongs for your feet. Maybe it's due to how sensitive our feet are or how conscious we are of how we look in our shoes. but I think a lot of us have a really more intense relationship with our shoes than we do many other consumer products. After about 3 years of heavy use of my Xero Hanas, they're like a favorite pair of jeans or a favorite lazy boy recliner. They get better with age as they wear thinner thinner on the outsole. These are about to come all the way through. They just become more minimalist, and for certain applications, that's even better. Over the years, some of the companies who used to make really good, truly minimalist shoes have abandoned that market. Other minimalist shoe companies have gone more into non-minimalist shoes, but Xero has stuck with it. And I have respected that and helped promote their products for probably at least 8 years. For quite a few years, I've been a wear tester for upcoming Xero products and prototypes. It's almost becoming embarrassing how many Xero sandals and shoes that I own, but I do love them all. I still have every pair, and in fact, one shoe that I'm wear testing right now is such a gorgeous shoe, so sleek. It looks like it could take off and fly on its own. So consider stashing away a little cash for this one. I'd love to show you, but I can't yet. I happen to be an all plant-based athlete, nutrition-wise, regularly running 100-mile foot races. And so I appreciate the fact that almost all Xero products are vegan friendly. There are a couple of exceptions. These men's more dressy shoes, obviously, the Colton and the Alston do have leather uppers built off of a Huarache style base, the Huarache outsole. These are wonderful because now I can get more dressed up for dinners out, weddings, funerals, and still have comfortable feet, happy feet. For 100-mile foot races, I've finished 13 of them so far and have actually never had a blister after running 100 miles in toe post style Huaraches. However, after running 100 miles in Huaraches, what I want to put on my feet is the Xero Z-Trail with no toe post. The outsoles are cushy and comfortable, yet very flexible, zero drop of course, and they just feel fantastic on swollen, tired, sore feet. I've seen many runners doing marathons and even ultra marathons in the Xero Z-Trails. There is a cousin product called Z-Trek, which is basically the same model with a more firm, heavy-duty rubber outsole with less cushion built in. Going boating, the Xero Boaty McBoat shoe is, like all of their products, designed to be comfortable without socks and very stylish as well. Xero's new boat shoe is just a fantastic all-around errand, running, walking shoe, casual shoe. Xero's new Denver winter boot features a flannel lining inside that is just so comfortable to touch with bare feet or fingers. I'm actually looking forward to winter. These are a little bit too nice. I probably won't run in these because I have the excursions for that. Newer for 2019 is the Xero Vera Cruise. Almost invisible, super comfortable ankle straps. The outsole has 3 different weights of rubber for some cushion on top and rugged long wear outsole on the bottom. These are just really cool sandals. The Xero Prio is a fantastic all-around athletic shoe. I guess in the old days they would have maybe called it a gym shoe. All the new Xero shoes are fitting according to actual size, just as for me the sandals always had. And the new Prio is available in kid sizes now as well. Since I am an ultra runner, I tend to run a lot off-road on the trails, and of course Xero has a trail shoe called the TerraFlex. Really well designed, lightweight, with super grippy outsole on the bottom. Oh, the Xero Pacifica is yet another reason to look forward to winter. The thick wool soft upper feels fantastic on bare feet. I once read in the news that our bodies will lose approximately 25% of our excess body heat through our feet. So the next time you're out in the blistering heat, keep that in mind. Oftentimes, less is more. After running more than 50 ultra marathons over the past 8 or so years, I've learned or come to understand that the very least amount of protection for my feet for any given application is what works best for me. Ideally, I would be barefoot all of the time if the world were safe for that. Our feet thrive under stress, and the skin itself is constantly regenerating. So it's almost like we're growing new footwear while we sleep. Whether you are designing footwear or a house, form follows function. This is what Xero Shoes excels at, functionality. I would also add that proper motion, proper walking, proper running form follows proper design, form, and function. So footwear is a tool that can either increase or decrease your potential risk for injury or high performance. So you could think of footwear as housing for your feet. A home also has an artistic or aesthetic value that of course is very important as well. Running barefoot or in the Xero Genesis becomes a great conversation starter. People seem to be so convinced that the human foot is somehow weak or defective. They think it's unbelievable that the week after running a 100-mile race in thicker Huarache sandals that I could come back, 7 days later and run a hard marathon wearing nothing but these. I still like to think of my Xero Genesis as tire treads for my feet. It's almost as if I'm running barefoot, yet I'm dropping down a really thin piece of rubber track everywhere I step. Xero Shoes does have a fantastic customer happiness team. They want to earn and keep your business. There is a free return policy. Simply keep them just like new, only wear them inside for sizing, and return for a different size if needed. The website is easy to follow and order from, and the website contains a lot of great information from Stephen Sashen, who is an internationally known expert in barefoot and minimalist motion. I feel fortunate that I joined the Xero movement before it was even a company called Xero Shoes. And I would invite you to join the movement now. Check out their website. If you see something you like, tell them Randy sent you. More than 8 years ago, I started running ultramarathons with a first 50K, and lately have been doing about 1 ultramarathon per month. I try to share what's working. Please subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, and I'm happy to share whatever I can.